Hey up troops, A Littleton here again, and we've got an interesting topic to discuss. That stings. Bloody goo mines. Lesion's changed completely, and we need to discuss it. So Lesion's got a new secondary weapon, which is a bit mad, completely transforms him in my opinion. Also the way the goo mine works, it interacts differently with some attacker gadgets. The way that Lesion sees it and the damage it does is also now different. We'll get into all of it in this video. I don't need to talk anymore, it's enough waffling. Let's get stuck into it. Right then, Lesion's changes. I think there's a fairly big one we need to talk about first. Have you ever tried making a rotate with Lesion? You used to use one of these, didn't you? That's an impact grenade. Well, how else are you going to make a rotate? Well, don't worry. Lesion's bopping off with the super shorty now. It's absolutely wild. Honestly, I think this is one of the changes I'm most excited about this season. Lesion, yeah, Lesion, our favourite sort of sticky, pricky goo mine friend. He's now got the super shorty, so he can now make rotates, lines of sights. Absolutely unbelievable. So, what's changed about Lesion? Lesion now doesn't have the cloaking device on his goo mine. So if we throw a goo mine down, you see how that used to disappear? You can now see an area of effect as well, but that used to disappear, right? It doesn't disappear anymore. So as you're coming up here, it's way more obvious for an attacker to see this. Also, the other thing that you'll notice is there's no display HUD icon. We can't see that that goo mine's there. You know when we used to stand at the top of the stairs and we'd see that there was a little icon above the goo mine when it was invisible or cloaked? We used to be able to see that, but obviously now we can't see that. So you're going to have to remember where your goo mines are. Not like back in the old days when you used to be able to see the HUD icon everywhere across the map where you'd place them. So we'll just demonstrate what it's like for an attacker to go into the goo mine. There's not a lot to see here really, but then we'll swap over to the attacker side and we can see the effects that have changed. So if Ralphie, thanks again Ralphie for getting involved, goes up the stairs, it's just like it was before. You get the goo mine in the foot, you get 5 points for it, but where the effects have really changed is what it feels like as an attacker to go into that goo mine. So we'll swap over. Thanks very much, Ralphie. Peek your swine. Go on, I dare you. Let's swap over to the attackers. So, this is where Lesion has changed drastically, other than having a super shorty, which is absolutely wild. So, it used to be that you stepped on a goo mine. I should show you this on the main server, but I'm just going to explain it instead. You step on a goo mine, and you have a 2.5 second space of time to remove that goo mine from your foot. Otherwise, you take some damage. And you used to take 8 HP damage, okay? So once you'd stepped on the mine, you had 2.5 seconds to remove it from your foot. If not, you took 8 HP damage. That has completely changed now. So the way it works now is when you step on the mine, there's no delay. You instantly take 5 HP damage. Instantly. You'll see that down on the bottom left. Obviously, I've got 100 at the minute. The minute I step on this, I'll take 5 HP damage. Then what happens is the tick damage kicks in. Now the kick damage has gone from 8 HP up to 12 HP, but the time of the ticks is now less as well. So it's like a double whammy. So you take 12 damage every 2 seconds now. It used to be 8 damage every 2.5 seconds. So if we walk up here and we take the first goo mine, we'll lose 5 HP instantly. Now we can take that out of the foot and we only lose 5 HP. It's still the same that as you start taking the goo mine out of your foot, the timer stops. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm going to take the damage if I pull it out. The timer will stop. You won't take any more damage if you start the motion of taking that out your foot. Now we've got 3 more here. 1, we must be right on the edge of the area of effect here. 1, 2, and then a third one up at the top there. So we're going to walk through all 3 and we'll show you the damage there. So once you hit a second goo mine, the timer will reset. So you know how the timer is 12 HP every 2 seconds, like we just talked about. If you stand on this goo mine and then wait, and then you step on this goo mine before the 2 seconds is gone, the 2 seconds will start again. It's not going to happen very often, and it does benefit an attacker, so you don't take a double whammy, but you'll see. So we step in, we're going to take 5 damage instantaneously, and now we're losing 12 damage every 2 seconds. It's a lot more than it used to be. It's gone from 12 damage every 2 seconds from 8 damage every 2.5 seconds. There's a lot of difference. Again, you can still get rid of them the same old ways. A lot of people don't know that, but you can punch goo mines, which I think is a bit mad, because why would it not just stick in your hand when you punch it? But yeah, when you get to the top of the stairs again, we'll take 5 damage. And we take 12 damage every 2 seconds. It's going to kill you off so quickly. And Ralphie has very kindly made us a little pile here of goo mines. Now, the way you can do this, it looks ridiculous, but the way you can do this is you don't throw them on top of each other as you stood up here. You stand in one place and throw them on the ceiling, so as they come down, they'll land on top of each other. That's it. If we walked into that, we'd probably die quite quickly. If you shoot the bottom one, does the next one lands underneath it? No way. I thought they might all get destroyed. No way. That's mad. I've never got 50 points from destroying goo mines before. So yeah, just to reiterate, we've gone from 8 HP every 2.5 seconds to 12 HP every 2 seconds. It's a massive change, and obviously having the super shorty as well. There's a couple of extra things which you need to know about. The gadget is now not detectable by IQ's electronic detector sensor, whatever you want to call it. And the other big one is Brava can't hack them, but I'll show that now in just a little video with IQ on Brava. So just to demonstrate the IQ thing, by the way, do you ever forget how good the AUG is with the 1.5, by the way? So good. Right, so IQ comes into bank. She's scanning all around. We've got a default cam up here. We've got a default cam in the basement there, but what we haven't got is a couple of goo mines on the stairs. Just not picked up at all. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it wouldn't be picked up. Maybe it's seen not as an electronic gadget anymore. Yeah, IQ can no longer see goo mines, which is a bit mad. So here we are with Brava then, just to prove my point. We've got the clutch drone out, and we can see that the lobby cam is hackable. So Brava's drone definitely works, except when we get to the goo mines. And they're just not even recognised. Doesn't do anything. Used to be able to hack them. Oh, that one's on the wonk. Used to be able to hack them. Can't hack them anymore. It's a real shame. I thought that was a really cool interaction, like when you used to goo defenders. I thought it was really funny, but yeah. Can't do it, I'm afraid. But whilst we're on the subject of Brava, let me just show you something. You should be doing this in all your games when you play bank and you're attacking basement, by the way. This drone hole goes around to a camera in the basement. And you can do this for free at the start of every round. Like, this has never ever been stopped, and every time I've done this. Come through into the basement through this drone hole, get that default cam, and disappear. And bring your drone back. That you should do that at the start of every bank round when you're attacking basement. Eventually, throughout the round, they might see that it's hacked. But one, not only do you get rid of an awesome default cam for the defenders, which is generally pretty difficult to get rid of, but obviously you get it for yourself for a period of time as well. Now, that's absolutely not related to Lesion, but I was playing Brava on bank, and I thought I'd better show you that. Don't forget you can get that one as well, but you don't really see much from that one. So there we have it, a load of changes for Lesion, and I think he's got to be up there with the #1 roamer now, surely. He's got to be up there in the question. Being able to do that much damage, being able to have that super shorty to open hatches and rotate lines of sight, vertical lines of sight for himself, he's got to be up there in the top 3 roamers now. Has to be. If you've watched the video for 10 seconds, for 10 minutes, or you've watched it 10 times, thank you very much for getting involved. The channel's nothing without you. Yes, you. Appreciate you watching it. Other than that, sums us up for this one, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the new season. Cheers.